Guys, this is Larry with Packmasters Dog Training. Want to touch on something. Whenever I get a bunch of requests for the same subject, I try to go over it. And this month, I've worked with I believe three or four different IPO competitors. I don't compete in IPO. So please, if you watch this and you're a big IPO person, don't say this guy shouldn't be giving advice, he doesn't compete. I understand that. But if people come to me, I'm going to help them if I can. And one of the things that I've worked with several people this month, they're having trouble with the blinds, the revere during the competition. Basically, their dogs are missing the blinds. So you have the blind set up on both sides. There's going to be a lot of people watching this who don't know what we're talking about. The people that this is intended for, they understand. Okay, the big issue with this part of the competition, the people that I've worked with this month, their dogs are missing blinds, and missing blinds consistently to get to the last blind where the helper is, the decoy, the person that they're going to bite, for people who don't know what we're talking about. Okay, and every time I watch, it's the same problem. There's a lot of yelling and screaming, and there's a lot of confusion amongst the dog. The problem with some of the dog sports are things are patterned. It's the same thing over and over. The dogs learn to anticipate very, very easily. There's no reason for them to change the way they think because they know what's going to happen when it's going to happen. So we had a lot of good luck this month working with these people whose dogs were missing the blinds. This is what we did. Very, very simple. I asked them all one simple question. When was the last time the dog got the bite or the reward in blind number 1? When was the last time the dog got the bite or the reward in blind number 3? Okay, and the answer is never. They practice what they're competing for, so the helper is always in the last blind. The dog knows where the helper is. The dog has a tendency to run right to where the excitement, where the reward is. Okay, so the way we've had very good luck with it this month, very simple. We go back to square one. Okay, we start the exercise. We send the dog to the blind, send the dog to blind number 1, call the dog back to us. Send the dog back to blind number 2, boom, there's the helper, the reward comes. Now the dog's not used to getting the bite or the reward in that blind. You see where I'm going? We call the dog back, we start over. We don't let the dog see where the helper's going. We start the exercise from blind number 1 again. We send the dog, blind number 1, there's the helper, boom, the dog gets the bite, gets the reward, blind number 1. You see where I'm going with this? We start over. Basically what we're doing is we're teaching the dog so he doesn't know where the reward is coming. He actually has to search every blind. So the training is a little more exciting and less anticipation for the dog. Do you understand what I mean? So instead of putting the reward in the last blind over and over, that's all we did. And it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Mix it up. The dog does not know where the reward is coming for. And after a couple of weeks of doing that, the dog is literally checking each blind. Goes to that one, comes back, goes to that one. And very soon, you won't have to call the dog all the way back. You could do what you normally do, and the dog is going to check all the blinds. So if you're having trouble, like I said, 3 or 4 people, I think it was 4 people this month, same thing. Why they come to me? I guess because I fix a lot of dogs, because I don't compete in this sport. But when it comes right down to it, it's all dog training. It's all the same. I don't care if your dog does IPO, Mondio ring, frisbee, dock diving. Dog training is dog training. So break it down into baby steps and use some common sense. If the dog is doing something wrong, most likely there's a lack of communication there, okay? The communication is not there. There's confusion. Go back, make it simple. Offer the reward in every blind so the dog doesn't know where it's coming from. I hope this helps someone out there. Thanks.